Hey, shalom, shalom, shalom. I want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahawashi Ba, Yahawashi Ba, Rachwaa Qadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Peace, many blessings, and salutations unto the hopeful elect, the house of David, the Thawadah YAHAWAH, for whom these epistles are written for in these last days. Shalom to the elect. Salakia came down under the weather right now, so bear with me. It's not going to be a long lesson. Still got a job to do, right? So still got to feed the sheep, and despite whatever ailments you're going through, you still gotta push forward with the plow, right? So all right, so this is from RT News. It says U.S. quadrupling numbers of troops in Taiwan. So if you've been keeping up as far as watching with this, there's been a lot of news of China and Russia, Moab and the Medes getting together and pretty much supplying each other, with weaponry, backing each other up. And recently, the Ukrainian president, Zelensky, he stated that if China joins under Russia, it will begin World War III. And as we already know, the third war is coming quickly. All right, so there's no enchantment. All right, that the Heavenly Father. There's no enchantment that the Heavenly Father has decreed that will void or fail, okay? Because the Heavenly Father has decreed that World War III will happen. You nations will gather in the land known as Yahawashi Ba, the Lord's judgment, and you will destroy each other for a moment, okay? And then as the great big cloud comes, all right, which is the sun, all right, which is Yahweh's son, which is Yahawashi. When he cracks those clouds, you people are going to fight against him, okay? And you're going to fight, and you're going to lose terribly, okay? All right, so it says up to 200 soldiers, Salakia for the, up to 200 soldiers will reportedly head to the island to train its military against hypothetical Chinese invasion. So we're in a time of a lot of things happening. There's a lot of prophecies happening. You got the Ukrainian war with Russia invading there. You got China looking afar and seeing how the rest of the world has received the invasion that Russia did into Ukraine, and China's biding their time to see when they can go ahead and go inside of Taiwan. This thing is getting kicked off real quick, So if you're not watching, what are you doing, right? I understand there's time for folly and things of that nature, but this is our number one job. This is the thing that's going to get us in the chariot, Lord willing, the Adawan Ratazah. All right, it says Washington is planning to send between 100 and 200 troops to Taiwan in the coming months. It says, which ain't a lot of troops, but you got to understand the symbolism of what they're doing here. Okay, they're sending a message to Moab saying that we plan on backing Taiwan as we backed the Ukraine, and they're basically thinking that, well, you know what, everybody's going to back us because we're America, okay, and that's not going to be the case, and that's when the broken toes, okay, is going to come into, or the partly divided, okay. Washington is planning to send between 100 and 200 troops to Taiwan in the coming months, the Wall Street Journal reported on Thursday, citing anonymous officials. The personnel will be tasked with training the Taiwanese military against what was described as a rising threat from China or Moab. The deployment will more than quadruple the U.S. military presence on the land, according to the journal. That's why we tell you, Jakes, man, don't be signing up for the military, man. Now, when they come with the draft or whatever, hey, look, may the Yahawashi Ba be with you, be with all of us, okay? But you willingly signing up for to go over there to Taiwan to fight a war that got nothing to do with you, you're a dummy, okay? It's keeping it real. It says, according to the Pentagon's Defense Manpower Data Center, there were 23 American soldiers in Taiwan as of autumn 2022. Now, That's not a number that you look at and be like, oh, okay, something's about to happen. But you got to understand through the spirit what the Lord is doing. He's setting everything up. Salakia. Salakia. All right. So what the Lord is doing right now is He's positioning all the power brokers. Salakia. He's positioning all the power brokers, okay, to put them in a position where they're going to start to, you know, get at each other, okay? What the hell? Joel 3:9, it says, proclaim ye this among the Gentiles. Prepare war. Wake up the mighty men. Let all the men of war draw near. Let them come up. That's right. So the men of war draw near. And, you know, we bring these scriptures out concerning World War III and that, you know, coming battles or whatever. We understand that the RFID has to come first. Okay. It has to be pushed on a very, very high level. Okay. But as that's getting ready to be pushed, this is going on in the background. This is being positioned. There's many players that are being positioned in the background. Okay. To make this war happen. Okay. Seamlessly. All right. Joel 3:10, it says, beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say I am strong. And traditionally, Moab Moab's controlled by Edom, okay, by the British government, okay? I don't know if you brothers knew that, but the British government actually controls Moab, all right? So they're playing both sides. Really, who controls the British government? You know, it's the banking families. Who controls all these governments? The banking families. So they're playing both sides. The point that I'm making here is that Moab is a controlled entity, okay? They're being positioned to make certain things happen. See, the elite ultimate goal is to depopulate this entire earth, okay, and to have it under 500 million, just as the Georgia Guidestone stated, all right? They're looking to depopulate this earth. And what is the fastest way to depopulate this earth? Nuclear war. That's the fastest way. They're trying pestilence. They're trying everything. They're flying chemtrails. They're doing everything. Eventually, they're going to get to the point where press the button. Okay? That's why they're getting themselves into their international space stations. They're positioning themselves. Okay? They're getting ready to launch all-out assault on the earth. Okay? As this is going on, Yahawashi is going to make his second return. It says, verse 11, assemble yourselves and come, all ye heathen, and gather yourselves together round about. Thither cause thy mighty ones to come down, O Lord Yahweh. That's right. So, as all these things are going on in the background, there's war being prepared. You know, we already know that the CHIP, all right, is being positioned to be pushed on a high level. Also, okay, you got uproars of the people in the world. All right, there's unrest everywhere you go. People are sick and tired, okay? People are trying to form unions. They're getting pushback from their employers. There is a tug of war. Then in the background, you got Donald J. Trump being Donald J. Trump. I love that guy. All right, he's going to go into slavery, okay? He's going to be one of them funny slaves. But anyway, so you got Donald J. Trump preparing to run for president. Then you got Ron DeSantis and Joe Biden and Kamala Harris. And you got all these things happening, okay? And the politics of today's society is playing out in such a way where people are divided, okay? People are very divided in the way they think and the way they see things. You know, and all it takes is one word, Democrat or Republican. That's all it really takes, okay? And people are already upset. Okay, because the Republicans think that the Democrats are children, you know, they mess with children, okay, and the Democrats think that the Republicans are racist. And round we go, okay, two horns on the lamb, all right? And that's where we are in prophecy. But as this is going on, you got World War III popping, all right? This is very important. This is why you pay attention to these things, man, because even if, you know, like right now, I'm under the weather, but whatever, okay? I still got to do a job. I still got to watch. I got to pray. I got to fast. I got to teach with the brother or, you know, go on the highways and byways, you know, fellowship. I still got to be a brother. All these things must be done, okay? There is not no negotiation here with Yahweh, Ba Yahawashi, okay? All right, it says, These Americans have been acting as advisors and trainers for the U.S. weapons and equipment sent to Taipei. The new troops will also train the Taiwanese in tactics to protect against a potential Chinese offensive, according to the unnamed U.S. officials. Now, you know this is going to piss off China because they see them casualties that Russia is getting, all right? And they're like, you know what, man, if we get some casualties, we just going to start shooting at you American soldiers. I ain't read that, but I mean, that's what I would think, you know. Yeah, I would take that position. Like, y'all fighting alongside my enemy, so obviously you are an enemy. All right? It says, and by the way, if you didn't know, Russia is threatening, all right, to back away from that nuclear treaty that they have with America, which is making a lot of Americans afraid. You should be, because that war is going to happen, y'all. It's going to happen. And it's going to happen in your lifetime. There ain't no escaping this. This is that generation that the Lord said in Matthew 24 that's going to have all the... Matter of fact, these things are going to happen. Everything's being positioned, okay? And while you jakes that are sitting around playing games, talking about this and talking about that, okay, talking about Paul ain't the writings of Yahweh, okay, or we can't substantiate it, being a fucking weirdo. This is going on. The Lord is getting ready to prepare that sword to slaughter. Okay, this is Matthew 24 and 27. And it's the second coming of the Son of Man, which is Yahawashi. It says, Matthew 24:27, for as lightning cometh out of the east, and shineth even unto the west, so shall also the coming of the Son of Man be. That's right. So all these atrocities that are going on the earth, the Son of Man is going to make his appearance. According to Luke 12, okay, he going to come in the midst of war. All right, verse 28. For wheresoever the carcass is, there will be eagles be gathered together. That's right. So there's going to be many people that'll be perishing on the earth. There's going to be a lot of death. Prepare your mind for this. This is not no game. This is not a test. This is the real deal, okay? Verse 29. Immediately after the tribulation of those days shall the sun be darkened, and the moon shall not give her light, and the stars shall fall from heaven, and the powers of the heaven shall be shaken. And then shall appear the sign of the Son of Man in heaven, and then shall all the tribes of the earth mourn. Okay, and that's including Moab and Edom. Okay, and you 12 tribes as well. All right, it says, and they shall see the Son of Man coming in the cloud of heaven, and with glory, with power and great glory. And he shall send his angels with a great sound of a trumpet, and they shall gather together the elect from the four winds, from the one end of heaven unto the other. That's right. So as all this is going on, you got wars, you got skirmishes, things that happen. And these people are not paying attention, okay, that these things are all signs of the end, okay? They don't care. They don't care. They don't care, man, all right? This right here is nothing to them, okay? Verse 32, Matthew 24:32, it says, now learn a parable of the fig tree. When his branch is yet tender and putteth forth leaves, ye know that summer is nigh. That's right. So you hypocrites, all right, you can tell when the spring's getting ready to come in, the weather's changing over. As right now, you can hear it in my voice. I'm coming down pretty heavy on this with the changes of the season. Okay, but you can sense, oh, my ankle hurting, because now it's been the rain. You can tell all this time. What does the Lord say about this? Verse 33. So likewise ye, when ye shall see all these things, know that it is near, even at the doors. That's right. So the Lord is promising you. When you see all these things, rumors of wars, when you see uproars of the people, the economic system crashing, all these things are going on. These are all signs from the end. Okay. Let's go back in the article. This is yet another sign right here. Okay. America positioning themselves to try to protect Taiwan from China, which is their brothers. Well, what the fuck you got to do with that? But see, that's Esau. He rules the earth by the sword. All right. He's in another man's land oppressing another man. OK, it says we don't have to commit. It's like we don't have a comment on the specific operation engagements or training, but I would highlight that our support for and defense relationship with Taiwan remains aligned against the current threat posed by the People's Republic of China. Army Lieutenant Colonel Marty Miners, a Pentagon spokesman, told the Journal. The expanded training is intended to thwart a possible invasion by China. Are you serious? Some of y'all break out the map of Taiwan. What the hell are they going to do against the People's Republic of China or Moab? What the hell are they going to do? Just like Ukraine, eventually they toying with you, Ukraine, the Russians. They're toying with you. Eventually you're going to fall. Okay? Okay? Just like Taiwan. Taiwan doesn't have a chance. So America is going to feel boxed in and they're going to lash out. And that's what's going to be their downfall. All right. It says, long before this month's incident with the Chinese spy balloon, officials who spoke to the Journal said they also don't believe it amounts to anywhere close to tipping point for Beijing or whatever. One of the difficult things to determine is what really is objectionable to China. They said that they want a one China policy. I think that's pretty objectionable. They said, hey, that's our land, Taiwan. Don't come over here trying to tell us what to do with our land. And what does America do, or Edom does? Does the complete opposite. Because that's what Esau does. That's why he's going to be destroyed. It says China has repeatedly warned the U.S. against arming Taiwan and warned Washington to abide by the treaties and agreements governing their relationship. The U.S. used to recognize Taipei as the Republic of China, but switched that recognition to Beijing in 1978, according to a one China policy. Taiwan has been a point of contention between China and the U.S. since 1949. I'm going to let you just guess a year before the 1948er, okay? See, it's all around that same time. Everybody's making their positions. But anyway, it says, when the communists won the civil war against the Kuomintang, the Americans helped evacuate these defeated nationalists to the island, which was liberated in 1945 from 50 years of Japanese rule. The People's Republic of China has pointed to Taiwan's status as Chinese territory for over 200 years before it ceded to Japan as a war trophy in 1895. Beijing seeks to reunite what it calls a renegade island with the mainland, preferably by peaceful means. But they say preferably, but it will get bloody if they need to. That's what they're basically saying, and the Lord is positioning and making these things happen. Let's finish this lesson. Verse 34 says, verily I say unto you, this generation shall not pass till all these things be fulfilled. So as Americans are doing their best to piss off the entire world, and they're doing a great job at it, the prophecies are happening at an all-time high, and people are now two-thirds is going to be stuck in the world, but 1/3 right now is starting to consider. They're starting to consider. They're starting to look around and say, there's just too much chaos. Something's going on here. And people are going to start to look into these things. They're going to start watching the videos, and they're going to start paying attention. And they're going to start measuring the times diligently, as it said. All right? Heaven and earth. It says, heaven and earth shall pass away, but my word shall not pass away. World War III is going to happen in your time, in our time, in my time. Okay? But of that day and hour knoweth no man, no, not the angels of heaven, but my Father only. That's right. So do we have a time and a date? All right, like the Westboro Baptist Church? No, we don't have that. No, we're not going to give you some false ass time. Okay? Because we don't know. Only the Heavenly Father knows. It says, but as the days of Noah, so shall also coming of the Son of Man be. For as in the days that were before the flood, they were eating and drinking, marrying and giving in marriage, just like they're doing right now, until the day Noah entered into the ark. And that's what's going to happen. Jake ain't going to see it until them nukes is literally visible and you can hear him screeching towards him. That's when Jake going to wake up. But by then, it's too late. Okay? So I want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahawashi Ba, Rachwaa Qadash, Shalom to the elect.